Hello, thank you for tuning in to Untangling the Tangle. Today we're going to be going over a tangle done from horizontal plane that stays tangled by keeping our arms through the empty space and maneuvering them through there while we are tangling the poi. This move off, it'll really help you grasp the move if you have a basic understanding of horizontal framework and horizontal ollies. Let's start with our left hand holding straight out in front of us. Our right is going to start spinning in a horizontal plane. The right poi is going to come around the left poi, around the left tether. They're going to meet tether to tether halfway, and you're going to dip your right arm so that the right poi can come over your right arm. And then we'll just stop after that and get comfortable doing that for a second. So let's all try that. Ready? Left poi out in front, right comes around, dip. Try that one more time. Left poi out in front. Make sure the tethers are connecting at the halfway points. It makes it loads easier. Come around, connect the tethers, dip. Now that we're getting pretty comfortable with that, that alone is half the battle. The next thing, all you're going to be doing is the same poi is going to be leading the whole time. So say I start with my right charging, that's going to be the one that's leading on the outside, and continuously after your right drops underneath it, it'll come back around and then your left will drop. Then your right, then your left. So let's go ahead and try to get comfortable just doing 2 beats of it right now. So hold your left out in front like we started. Come, dip, and then try to stop right there. And let's practice that a few more times. Hold your left out in front, dip, and then come down and just stop and pull out of it. Now that we're feeling pretty proficient in getting 2 beats of it continuously and being able to stop after the 2 beats, a quick note to just know, your arms are never going to become above the poi. Your arms are going to stay below it constantly. There will be no rotations when your arms are above, or else the poi will come tangled down here and it won't be able to continue being a continuous tangle. So on the final step right now, all you're going to be doing is, instead of dropping it down here, say we do the 1, 2, and then drop, try to just throw your right under again to make it into a third. And then once you can make it into a third, since you've already been able to do the 2 beats of it, try to just throw the 4th in there. And then once you're feeling comfortable with doing that, you have it down. So basically, you're going to hold it out, do your 2 beats, 1, 2, and then throw the right in there again. And then try to just keep your arms maneuvering like this underneath your right poi. So how are we feeling? We got it down, we feel comfortable doing it? Awesome. The last part of this move that we really have left is just getting out of it. You have the hardest parts down. I'll show you the simplest and one of my favorite ways, and one more harder way to get out of this move. Now, I recommend doing it this first way if we're not all that comfortable with tangles yet. This first way is going to go over getting out of the tangle the same way that we did in Untangling the Tangle 1, the first of the blog, which is just the waving motion. Just waving yourself out of the poi, and with the leading poi and the secondary poi follows. And by doing that, you end up in the same direction, split time. So now, let's all start up the move. Go out in front. stop, and wave. The only thing you really have to know is you can only wave on an even number. 2, 4, 6, 8. Those are all great numbers. They will all get you out of the tangle on a waving motion because you're at 0 instead of plus an extra tangle or minus an extra tangle. You're at nothing. You're basically already untangled. You're just right here, so then you just have to wave it out. Just right here, so you just have to wave it out. Good. The second of these of getting out of this tangle, and my personal favorite, is going to be stalling behind the back with your right poi leading. It's going to untangle right there. It's going to stall behind your back, and your right's going to lead, and your left is going to catch on your back. It's going to go through the empty space, and you'll be right here, and then you can just flick it off. Now, basically, you're going to start into that tangle, holding your left out. Or left is going to catch right there, right is going to continue onward, and it leaves you with this box. And in the box you can stick your head through, poke your head out, spin around, dance, do whatever from there. Now for one of the more harder exits, and it'll probably be a little bit more difficult to just spot out with getting a step-by-step tutorial on how to do the things that lead up to it, is going to be when you're at +1 rotation instead of the +2 or the 0 where you're already out of it. If you're at 1 extra rotation, you're basically in a straight jacket plane. When you're in that straight jacket plane, you can come out doing any number of straight jacket things. So say I was doing it on 1, 2, 3 right here. That puts me into a straight jacket knot right there. And with that, you can do anything from the straight jackets or tons and tons of things. Or even once we eventually go over it in one of our later vlogs, you can do the +1 tangle. Alright guys, that's pretty much all I have for this segment. I hope we all learned today. I hope we all have a wonderful time. I'll see you next week.